Great people who overcame mental illness. This frame was created by the National Alliance on Mental Illness to honor Lincoln, Churchill, Beethoven, and others who overcame serious mental illness to achieve great things. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein didn't speak until he was 4 years old. By the age of 7, he was repeating words for no reason. His school performance was so poor that in first grade, his teacher said, "No intellectual capacity can be expected from this child." His teacher wrote on his report card, he was a loner throughout his childhood. Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton rarely spoke to others, and often forgot to eat when he was absorbed in his work. He also had few friends, but he treated them with indifference or harshness. He mumbled to himself in empty lecture halls, and at the age of 50, he had a nerve attack. Modern psychiatrists believe that these physics geniuses suffered from a form of mental illness called Asperger's syndrome. Autism expert Simon Baron-Cohen, a professor at Cambridge University in England, and Oxford professor Ian James, after scrutinizing the biographies of both men, the two experts claimed to have found symptoms of Asperger's syndrome in them. Newton is a classic case of Asperger's syndrome, says Baron-Cohen. People with Asperger's syndrome repeat compulsive behaviors, similar to those of people with autism, and have significant difficulty socializing or communicating with others. In addition, they tend to be thoroughly immersed in the fields they are interested in. There are countless examples of people who have overcome mental illness to achieve great things. Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, suffered from severe depression. Lincoln's friend Henry Whitney said, he showed deep and habitual depression for unknown reason. And William Herndon, a partner in Lincoln's law firm, commented that, when he walked, Lincoln's depressed mood would drip to the floor. As Lincoln scholar Joshua Wolfshank notes, Lincoln's struggle to overcome depression was the energy source for his great accomplishments. Churchill. Churchill, the former British Prime Minister, who led the country to victory in World War II, and was a Nobel Prize-winning author, also suffered from manic depression. Churchill called his depression "my black dog." Whenever he had a depressive symptom, he used to draw an oil painting and wait for the black dog to go away. He loved to paint, and his amateur skills were quite good. And while he was painting, he could forget about the cares of the world. Also, British novelist and critic Virginia Woolf. Ludwig van Beethoven, who is considered a saint of music. World-renowned literary figure Lev Tolstoy. Michelangelo, a genius scientist and artist. British novelist Charles Dickens. Patty Duke, the youngest Oscar winner. Musician, Donizetti. Socrates, Pythagoras, and Caesar. Alexander the Great. Napoleon. The poet Byron. Maupassant. Dante. Jeanne d'Arc, Joan of Arc. Alfred Nobel. And more. They overcame serious mental illnesses like schizophrenia, depression, etc., and became great figures.